Yeah, so Mr. So-called Boogeyman Boots gets exposed tonight. I mean, I told everybody, so it's of course it's not a shock to me, but without the rabbit punches and without a stationary target, Boots is just an average fighter. He's Adrian Broner 2.0. He just pot shots, no real combinations, very rare here and there, but more so he's a pot shotter. Um, Great footwork by Karen. Great footwork. He had Boots lunging all night. He was catching Boots with some good shots. Um, Boots needs to sit still. He needs to sit in that concrete to really be effective. And Karen just kept making a reset, kind of like Crawford did Postal. You seen a similar thing tonight. Hold on. Never fight a boxer named Karen Sergio Mora. We go to the cards, but Boots ended up getting a unanimous decision. But Karen did a great job. Haters would say he was running. But if you understand boxing, it just was great footwork. And if you are truly elite, if you are what people are saying is boogeyman, this specimen, this next Roy Jones, you should be able to adjust to a moving style. Boots has clearly been in the gym, weight bullying. He's not a 147 pounder, but he'll get smoked at 154. He's been weight bullying, fighting all of these little guys, standing in that pocket and just pummeling guys. But he's never had to fight a very skilled Keith Thurman type guy. And this guy was in the mode of Keith Thurman without the power. And if prime Keith Thurman fought Boots, we know how that goes. Keith Thurman whoops Boots easily. It'll be just like Danny Garcia versus Keith Thurman. And don't let him get in the Sean Porter bag because he might put Boots out. So I don't know if Boots could beat Keith Thurman right now because Keith Thurman still could move. And don't let him clip Boots because this guy just didn't have any power. But imagine if somebody has power. Don't be shocked if Keith Thurman Boots happen next. Keith Thurman sees this fight, and we've seen the hole in Boots' game. Boots is a wide puncher, which you can see in other fights. He's a pot shotter, and he doesn't have a clue how to fight a fighter that doesn't stand still. You see him swinging for look like he playing baseball right there. Like, to do all of this talking and to look so good in sparring, to not be prepared for a style like this is very disappointing because that lets me know they're just letting him stay comfortable in the gym. You're not working on what he's not good at. It's no point of being in that gym and just working on the same thing or just embarrassing guys to say, oh my God, did you go down there and see how bad Boots beat this guy in sparring? He's not ready for Spence. He's not ready for Crawford. And I don't even think he beats Virgil. I think Virgil's the best at 147 right now. But this guy, Karen, he's in the conversation. If I'm Boots, you definitely have to get a rematch with this guy I just think it's a style that he needs to show himself that he can truly overcome, or you got to fight Keith Thurman next. And on the biggest stage, on a Tank Davis card with all the stars out, Meek Mill, Steven Jackson, everybody here, you can't get the knockout. I mean, you can't, even if you don't get the knockout, just look great. Earl versus Mike, he didn't get the knockout, but he looked great. Spectacular boxing performance. Just showed another wrinkle in his game. But the excuses I'm hearing for Boots is crazy. And that's what separates a fan of the sport and a fan of a fighter. When you hear these guys making excuses for Boots, they're not a fan of boxing. They're not. They don't want the sport to grow. They don't want the best for these fighters. They just want to be super fans. And it's sad. But shout out to Boots for getting the win. Because we understand it's a at the end of the day, I understand the bigger political game. So I will, support Boots for getting the win. But this fight, showed a lot of holes in this game, and I'll be watching closely to see what happens next. YSM, am I still hating? Or have I just been preaching the truth? The rabbit punches couldn't save him tonight. We'll see what happens if he fights a Keith Thurman, another guy with great movement. He better stay away from 154 because the boy ain't punching like that. He's a weight bully, and he can't fight a fighter that doesn't stand in front of him and just lets him pummel him. So let me know what y'all think. Were y'all impressed? I think he got exposed tonight.